Hi guys, so I'm just going to do a quick update video because on Twitter and on my Facebook I've been talking a lot about this, and I had a lot of questions from my viewers, from a lot of you guys. Basically what I've been talking about on there is about a new way of eating. Basically after Christmas and New Year and stuff, I decided I wanted to get back on a sort of more healthy eating plan. It's basically a low carb diet. I don't mean diet in the sense that it's like a very strict plan where the ultimate goal is weight loss, where you're like doing a crash diet where you're trying to lose like 30 pounds in 2 weeks or something ridiculous. I just wanted to do a little intro video because on my other channel, I'll link it below here. I do have another channel on YouTube if you're not aware of it. It's called The Third Shift, and that's my other kind of channel on YouTube where I do a lot of vlog videos and just different kind of videos than just makeup stuff. And since I had so many questions from people on Twitter and YouTube, I'm going to be doing a couple of videos about my new eating plan, trying to get healthy and, you know, just really watching what I eat. And I've already filmed a lot of footage for that. I'm going to be doing a video soon coming up that is about grocery shopping, how to make healthy choices, what kind of things I buy. And then another video that I'm going to be doing is, I've already started this, I'm basically filming all the stuff I eat over a several day period. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything basically. I'm documenting it, filming it, just to give you guys an idea of what kinds of things you can eat on the low carb plan. So low carb is called low carb for a reason. It doesn't mean that you're eating no carbohydrates whatsoever, because almost all foods do contain carbohydrates of some sort, but you're basically cutting out unhealthy foods like sugars and things like that that do contain a lot of carbohydrates. And the carbohydrates that you do consume come mostly from vegetables, proteins. You know, meat does contain a little bit of carbohydrates, obviously not as much as something like pasta. And you're also eating some whole grain things like oats and whole grain bread and things like that. So I just wanted to quickly show you what it means, what the low carb diet consists of. It's basically this is like the main food groups that you're supposed to consume. So the largest one over here is vegetables, fruits, and healthy oils. So there are some oils that are good for you, things like avocados, you know, olive oil, and there's some other kinds of oil that are very healthy for you. And then the next thing, but as you can see it's quite reduced, is proteins. So this would be protein like fish, meats, nuts, beans, things like that, and also dairy falls under here. So it's basically just categorizing the food a little bit differently. And then of course you have your whole grain foods. So these are carbohydrates, but they're not refined or processed. So it's basically like whole potatoes or rice, like whole grain rice, things like that. And then sweets are supposed to be the tiniest part of your diet. So I mean, if you can, it'd be great to cut out sweets altogether. So I'm currently not eating anything that does contain real sugar. I do use sweeteners and stuff like that, and I just don't eat any sweets at all, and just no sugar at all. I'm not going to talk too much in detail about what low carb really means because I'm not a nutritionist, and I don't know all the statistics and facts and all that. But what I recommend is, if you're interested in doing something like this, is to buy a low carb book. This is actually a cookbook, but the thing is that this one contains in the front a lot of information, and it just talks about what it means, what kind of foods are good for your body, like what kind of food your body needs and which ones you should be reducing. So here it has like the healthy foods, and then down here is like the less healthy stuff, all the sugary stuff. This one also just has like a chart that says 50 grams of carbohydrates. So 50 carbohydrates are contained in all these foods. So it gives you kind of an idea like what contains a lot of carbohydrates and what almost contains nothing. And then it talks about proteins, like what kind of proteins are good for you, what you should be focusing on. And I don't know, it just has like a lot of information in the front, which I think is really important to know before you totally change your the way that you eat. The main part is basically just recipes. So this book has like a 7-day plan. for complete beginners, if you're like really new to cooking or anything, or you don't know how to prepare the meals, then it has like a meal plan for 7 days. And I've done this meal plan and it's really, really good. You'll notice like a result right away. Like I noticed after seven days that I already felt a lot better. I felt more energized and I already lost a little bit of weight because you're just eating really healthy. So yeah, it has like breakfast, lunch, dinner, has a food plan in the front for 7 days. But then after that, it has just recipes. So this is just recipes. This is like breakfast things that you can eat, and it tells you how to make them. So all kinds of things. And then it has like snacks and small dishes. So if you're just, you know, if you're hungry, you want to eat something, it has a chapter on soups and salads. And then this is vegetables. So these are really good. You can, if you make a large portion of them, you could even eat that as a whole meal. Vegetables, and then in the back it has like a section on fish. I actually made this tonight. It was very good. So yeah, and then comes meats, dishes. And in the back there's even a section on desserts, how to make desserts low carb. Now this book is actually in German. This is called Low Carb, Die Ernährungsrevolution. If you live in Germany, you can probably buy this. It's from GU. They are a very popular like cookbook publisher. This is a really, really excellent book, and this is like the only one that I have on the subject. I don't know any personally in English. You'll have to do a little bit of research on your own, like on Amazon and stuff. I know there's like things like the Atkins diet and like the South Beach and stuff, and they sell like products that go along with it, and I personally don't really recommend that because A, it's a huge waste of money. You don't need to buy all these like expensive supplements and stuff. It's just a way for them to make money. You can buy everything that you need at a regular grocery store. And it's just, I think this is just much more balanced because this is something that everybody can do. You know, if you live, if you go grocery shopping, you'll find all ingredients at a grocery store. Some things you might have to pick up at like health food stores, depending on if you live like in a small town or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a book, if someone knows like a good book in English or something, you can put it in the comments. Because this is just like a really good intro to it, and it just explains how it works and like what things you should be buying. But basically, if you're interested in like knowing what kinds of things that I'm eating and like how I'm planning to just change my diet within the next few months, and like what kinds of things I do, then go onto my other channel. It's The Third Shift. I'll link it down here because I'm going to be uploading a few videos on there about like my new food regimen basically, and I have started doing like an exercise plan as well. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a video on that yet because I just kind of started like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so for me everything's kind of like new, and I'm just changing everything about just how my whole lifestyle. And I'm not a nutritional expert. You know, if you have any like specific concerns, I won't be able to answer them. This is just kind of advice from a peer and like how I've done it, because I've actually done this before. I did this like a few times and I felt so much better. I felt really much healthier, and I lost actually a lot of weight last time I did this. And you can do this over a long period of time because you're still, it's not like you're depriving yourself at all. You can eat as much as you want, but it's just changing what you eat and how to make good choices in the foods that you choose to eat. So thanks so much for watching this video, and if you are interested, definitely head over to my other channel, The Third Shift, and I'll see you there. Bye everyone!